Ever since the release of Solar 2.0, Bonk Titan has been one of the greatest builds in Destiny history, even before the unveiling of Solar 2.0. Titans, as we know, have always been renowned for their sheer strength and tenacity on the battlefield. This strength was epitomized in the Bonk Titan build, a build that was highly regarded as one of the best in the game, even prior to the rollout of Solar 2.0. Bonk Titan was unique. It was a build that brought power, speed, and aggressive gameplay to the forefront. This build was admired by both old and new players, and for good reason. The abilities this build granted were nothing short of impressive. The throwing hammer, a significant part of this build, was a weapon that commanded respect. However, things changed. In the Season of Wish, the creators, Bungie, decided to tweak the dynamics. They nerfed the throwing hammer, effectively reducing its potency. This was a significant adjustment that undeniably left players, especially Bonk Titan fans, scrambling to find a suitable replacement. The question on everyone's lips was, what next? The nerf had shaken the Destiny community, but as with any game, change is inevitable, and players have always found ways to adapt. Clear that a new build was needed, one that could fill the void left by the Bonk Titan. So what could potentially be the new face of Destiny's Titan build? The answer isn't straightforward. The ideal build would need to embody the same tenacity and power that the Bonk Titan once did. It needs to emerge from the ashes of the nerf, standing strong and powerful as the Bonk Titan once was. I'm Unknown, and in today's video I will give you a new Titan Solar build to replace our beloved Bonk Titan. We'll delve into what this new build offers, how it compares to the old one, and why it could potentially be the successor of Bonk Titan that fans have been eagerly waiting for. Pyrogal Gauntlets, a flagship piece of gear in our loadout, is the exotic we'll utilize to buff both Burning Maul and Consecration. These gauntlets, shiny and majestic in appearance, were specifically designed to amplify the power of these two potent abilities. They surge with an intense, fiery energy, embodying both the unyielding resolve of fire and the destructive force that it can unleash. Moving on, when it comes to our primary weapon, a solar ammunition type is not just but a preference. Solar, in the world of weaponry, is a force to be reckoned with. It thrives on the energy of the sun, wielding its immense power to strike down enemies in a blaze of glory. A solar primary weapon therefore infuses this colossal power into each of our attacks, establishing us not as a formidable force on the battlefield, but also as an embodiment of the sun's fiery wrath. Our build revolves around Consecration, which is the only necessary aspect we need. Consecration, a term synonymous with holiness and total dedication, perfectly encapsulates our build's core essence. It's the sheer dedication and stamina required to master our build, illuminating the path towards reaching our full potential. You might be wondering which other aspect to equip in the second slot. Our top suggestion is Sol Invictus. With its intrinsic strength and restorative properties, Sol Invictus is a boon in the heat of battle. It staunchly stands by our side, providing us with the strength and resilience we need to face the most formidable of foes. However, Roaring Flames, with its fiery intensity and powerful strikes, can fine here too. But remember, the final call is yours. What truly matters is how well you can adapt and execute these abilities on the battlefield. Our role is to guide you, but your journey to becoming a master is up to you. Burning Maul is undeniably a necessity in this particular scenario, and we would certainly suggest you to consider incorporating the throwing hammer melee ability into your strategy. This melee ability is notable for its raw power and precision, capable of inflicting a hefty amount of damage to your enemies. It allows for a strong fighting style that merges both offense and defense, essentially turning you into a formidable game. It is a tool that, in the right hands, can turn the tide of a match. As for your grenade and barricade choices, these are entirely at your discretion. The wonderful thing about the game is that it allows for a high degree of customization. You can choose a grenade that your playstyle, whether you prefer an aggressive frontline approach or a more strategic methodical approach. Barricades too can be tailored to your gameplay. They can be used defensively to protect you and your teammates, or offensively to control the battlefield and deter enemies. The fragments we elected to use in this instance were carefully chosen to enhance our game. The first, Ember of Searing, offers an intriguing dynamic. By defeating scorched targets, you receive a boost in melee energy, and additionally, a fire sprite is spawned. This mechanic rewards you for aggressive play, encouraging to constantly be on the offensive. It's an excellent way to stay engaged in the battle. On the other hand, Torch is there to make you radiant when you deal charged melee damage. This effect not only makes you a greater threat to your opponents but also adds an interesting visual element to your gameplay. It's a testament to the detailed and immersive world that the designers have created. Moving on, we have another fragment, the Ember of Empyrean. This extends your radiant and restoration effects applied to you when you procure a solar ability or weapon kill. This fragment plays a crucial role in maintaining your health and energy levels during intense battles. It can prove to be a savior in critical situations, providing that much-needed boost to keep you in the fight. And lastly, we have the Ember of Ashes. This fragment amplifies your effect, making you apply more scorch stacks. This can be a game changer, drastically increasing your damage output and essentially making you a force to be reckoned with. It's the kind of edge that can turn an evenly matched game into a one-sided affair, giving you a significant advantage over your adversaries. Here are the mods you need for an unrivaled gaming experience. Let's start with the helmet mods. The first one you'll need is Harmonic Siphon. This vital modification is the core of your power signatures, enabling you to harness energy in a much more efficient way. The second is the Hands-On mod. This modification allows for a more hands-on approach, delivering an engaging, tactile gaming experience that is truly unique. Moving on to the arms. Heavy-handed is the first modification. This transforms your gaming persona into a formidable force, giving you significant prowess and power. The second is Momentum Transfer. This is all about speed and agility, propelling you forward at an unprecedented pace, keeping you one step ahead of your competitors. Onto the chest. Charged Up is the mod you need here. This modification gives your character an energy boost, charging up your power faster than ever before. Now let's focus on the legs. The first mod is Invigoration. This infuses your character with a renewed sense of strength and vitality. The next is Stacks on Stacks, which is about increasing your bonuses and stacking up your rewards. Then we have the Solar Weapon Surge mod. This modification heightens your solar weapon's power, causing it to surge with unprecedented energy. And finally, let's talk about the Mark. The first modification here is Outreach. This mod lets you reach out farther and faster. The last is Time Dilation. This is the ultimate modification, giving you the power to manipulate time itself, providing you with an unparalleled edge in the gaming world. And finally Mark, Outreach, Time Dilation. Once your melee ability is ready, I strongly urge you to utilize the base throwing hammer without activating Consecration. This is the first crucial step in this strategic combat gameplay. You should consider this approach primarily because of its tactical advantages. The base throwing hammer, despite its simplicity, packs quite a punch. It's a powerful weapon that can be used to great effect, especially when wielded with precision. The art of mastering the throwing hammer is all about timing, accuracy, and understanding the physics of the game world. From experience, the throwing hammer has been known to be a game changer, turning the tide of battle in favor of those who wield it effectively. Any throwing hammer kills you secure will generate a sunspot through Sol Invictus. This is no random occurrence, a strategic element that enhances your combat competencies. It scorches enemies, setting them alight with an inferno of damage that can swiftly tilt the balance of power. The sunspots that you generate via Sol Invictus are not just visually stunning, they also provide a massive advantage in battle, decimating foes with their scorching intensity. Once you manage to find a large cluster of adversaries, it's time to spring the trap. Activate Consecration by sliding while using your melee ability. This action will scorch and ignite your targets, adding an extra layer of fire and fury to your attacks. Moreover, your final slam will generate a cyclone of flame, a devastating, awe-inspiring spectacle that can potentially wipe out a large number of enemies. Now let's talk about regeneration. To replenish your melee ability and kickstart this loop again, simply make use of your abilities and station yourself in sunspots. This tactic is essential in maintaining a steady supply of power, allowing you to continually unleash devastating on your enemies. Additionally, bear in mind that any solar kills you earn will extend the length of restoration from your sunspots and radiant from Ember of Torches. This isn't merely an advantage, it's a lifeline. It's what keeps you in the fight, enabling you to continue battling even when the odds seem insurmountable. Also remember that any solar kills you get will extend the duration of restoration from your sunspots and radiant from Ember of Torches. Before I go, here is some gameplay of me using this in a Legend Lost sector, 15 power under my initial power before artifact bonus is 1801. I hope you enjoyed my video and thank you for watching.